We open first at a northern retreat where Tibetan monks share their traditions and take away some new ones.
Well, I was a bit nervous to begin. At the beginning of the retreat, waiting for the monks to arrive and not quite sure how to address them. I was mostly concerned that this was an appropriate place for them. I wasn't quite sure about that.
Todd and Martha Lucier have never had Tibetan monks at their retreat center before. Canoe trips, yoga and shamanism are the usual fare. But when an opportunity came up to host these monks during their North American tour, they jumped right in.
We put together a program that described, opportunities to paddle with the monks, opportunities to be in nature with the monks, and kind of have these practice chanting with the monks. And when the organizer emailed us back, she said, "Oh no, monks don't swim. There'll be no paddling with the monks. There'll be no swimming with the monks."
Retreat guests didn't know what to expect either.
There was a lot of shyness on both the part of the guests and hosts here at the Edge and the monks as we were trying to figure out what the protocol was and how we would interact and what the boundaries really were.
The master teacher is Khenpo Rinpoche. He speaks through an interpreter.
The Western people are always supportive to raise the Buddhism culture in India. They are very much helpful in order to their lineage to continue.
Rinpoche escaped to India when Communist China took over Tibet in 1959. The monastery in India where he lives now is full to overflowing and needs a new temple. So these monks are on a year-long North American tour to raise funds for the building project. $100 from each guest fee goes as a donation to the monastery.
Throughout the ages, you've seen people raise money to build churches and monasteries and nunneries, and I think this is just another one of those situations, trying to raise money.
One of the main tasks of the monks during the retreat is to make a Sand Mandala, a complex picture made entirely of colored sand.
There are many sand mandalas, and I particularly chose the one, the Buddha of Compassion mandala, because it was calling me, and because I felt strongly about it. They spent quite a bit of time chanting and praying. What they are doing is they're praying for all of us to bring compassion to all of our hearts, for those suffering, to bring more compassion into the world.
It takes 4 monks, 4 days to complete the mandala.
I was astounded at the beauty of the colors, the intricacy of the design, the fact that it's all done freehand, and the mental focus to not be distracted, and the spiritual focus, the love of the compassion mandala that they've created for us. It symbolizes, I guess, purifying of the area and the people that surround it. So they build it in order to, I guess, bless the land and the area that they've come to.
Rinpoche did some teachings with us. He taught us the 10 virtuous rules for Buddhism. He also taught us about the Four Noble Truths, and I already read most of that, but just to hear it and to learn from a master is pretty exciting.
I really enjoyed the chanting because it helps me focus and meditate, and I started drawing while they were chanting, and I discovered for myself that my form of meditation is drawing. The first morning I started sketching during the morning chant. I decided to focus on Gaden and just started sketching him as I saw him sitting in the room. And the wonderful thing about it is that through the week, as we started working with the art, they started to communicate through the art. So it broke the ice and it got us relating to each other.
Nobody is able to produce voice from the internal part, but that simply comes out of their mouth.
I thought they would be a lot more conservative. I didn't even know if we were going to get a chance to talk to them, but this has been a joy. They've been out and about and they're very approachable. So are you going to go home and teach all your friends how to canoe?
No, not have like.
They don't like? How do you know?
No, like.
Water?
No water.
No water?
Yeah.
Well, that would be difficult, I guess.
Yeah.
It's been marvelous. They've really been an intimate group to be with. We've chanted and we've paddled and we've played, and it's been a real cross-cultural sharing.
I expect monks to be very deeply spiritual and profound and different, and you come here and you find yourself teaching them how to swim and going for canoe rides, and you find out that they're just ordinary people.
I'm very enjoying it here. Seeing all beautiful and very nice people and very beautiful and water and trees. It's very nice.
We've all warmed up to each other towards the end of the retreat today, where it's summer camp for monks.
Hey Nemo, come on, let's show them how to swim. Okay.
But nowhere this side of Nirvana is perfect. When the mandala was finally finished, disaster struck for this guest. His bracelet fell on the work and smudged it.
I was just trying to put it on my hand and it was kind of tight. And it just popped off and bam, onto the window. And I just don't know what to say. How that, it was just, it was a shock when it happened. I had to get away. I meditated. I went out and I went for a long stroll down the road. And the monks, they're peace-loving people. I understood instantly that their compassion was going to be there for me.
On the last day of the retreat, there was a grand ceremony.
I think it's really interesting, actually, because they spent so much time and so much detail on it, and it's so beautiful, and yet they're willing to just let it go, which is basically, I think, what all their philosophy and teachings are. Life is just to be experienced, and it's not to be possessed or to be held on to or mourned. I believe that when they bless this lake, that it'll be far-reaching. We will have more compassion and be healed in some form. I know that the mandala and the intent that has gone into creating it for the purpose of compassion has changed not only our place, but all of us.
For more information, contact the Northern Edge Algonquin Retreat Center at 1-800-953-EDGE or visit our website at www.visiontv.ca. Click on Skylight and follow the links.